just in terms of the challenge, what are you expecting from Wales tomorrow?
Yeah, I think they've grown throughout the tournament. You can see the progression game on game. Obviously put it up to Scotland in the most recent fixture. They started well. They've clearly invested a lot of time in their attack. I think it's a good attack, and it's going to be a challenge for our defence. They've got different layers to it. They can play the kind of wide and deep. The forwards have great ability to play tips and pluses at the line. And they're very unpredictable in terms of two-sided. Lots of quick taps playing out. We saw Reece Samet run the ball from deep. Moss Williams wants to keep a high tempo, snipe, quick throw-ins, quick taps. So it's going to be important for us to be always on and be ready for those.
Just one more for me. Realistically, how big is it if you can't capture a championship, or is the internal goal set towards a Triple Crown now?
Yeah, and it's game by game as well. It's about performances, really, to be honest with you. It's about building on what we showed in Twickenham. There's a lot of hard work gone in over the last couple of weeks since then as well, and some really good training days. We trained here against the 20s, which was good to get a run against them, and it's just continuing the growth of this team. We've got a pretty clear plan of where we want to go in terms of structures and the way we want to play, and it's about chasing that down week on week.
Cheers.
Caelan, everything's. I know there's a lot of talk about that win in Twickenham being a springboard or reference point for the squad, but for yourselves, obviously, if you don't put in a similar performance tomorrow night, I imagine it won't count for much. Could you just talk about the kind of feeling around the squad around that? Yeah,
definitely. Obviously, there's a positive feeling after a good performance like that, but it's about the bigger picture, really, and it's about continuing to grow. We know we're nowhere near our potential as a team. We know there's a lot of hard work to be put in, and there's a long journey for us to go on still. So, like I say, it was kind of back to hard work, back to the learnings from the game, of which there were some, as well as some good stuff, and it's just about building it.
I know you were always adamant that there was that big performance coming from this team. If you take yourself out of the Ireland shirt for a second, is there kind of a similar feeling around Wales, particularly after what we saw against Scotland?
Yeah, I'm sure in camp for them, they've been taking a lot of positives from that game, and they've obviously had a 2-week run up like us into this, so I'm sure they've built quite a bit of belief through how they've trained, through some of the pictures they've seen. So it's going to be a challenge, and Friday night's a pretty special time to do it as well. I love Friday night game here in Live Viva. We've got Nathan Doak's first cap and Jemison as well, the 2 nines, on pretty big milestones for both of them, so there's a lot of motivation to make it a special day for them as well.
Kieran, then Ruth.
Again, you go back a long time with Nick Timoney, big occasion for him tomorrow. Can you talk about, I suppose, the Nick you knew in your early career and just the form that's led to him getting this opportunity this weekend?
Yeah, it's class been playing against him over the last couple of weeks again. So we played together. I was in 4th year, he was in 6th year in school. Won a schools cup together for Rock. His evolution has been unbelievable. Obviously, he's in Ulster over 10 years now. Been playing some very good stuff up there, but I think he's taken it to another level over the last season or so. He's always been rugby obsessed and puts a ton of hard work in, and it's class to see it come to fruition with some of the performances he's put in recently.
Ruth?
Yeah, that sort of leads me nicely in the 7 Ulster players in the squad. There were none this time last year, so testament to what they're doing up with Richie Murphy. Just how impressed have you been, and what have they brought to the squad?
Yeah, I mean, they've been great. They've brought proper competitiveness, which we're building in the squad, which is great. Training has been competitive. There's been an edge to it. Some of the Ulster boys in particular have stood out over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, Rob, Stu, Nick as well, as I mentioned. So it's good to see more of them in now.
And what about Nathan? How's he been behind the scenes?
Yeah, he's been great. Like, he's a pretty experienced player at this stage. He's got over 100 caps for Ulster. He's been around a little bit, and he's been in camp quite a few times as well. So he's calm. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's trained really well this week. Looking forward to seeing him off the bench tomorrow.
Michael?
When you go up to England, it might be easy to get a team up you're playing against, going to Twickenham into that cauldron. How much does your team talk change when you're coming up against a team who are in development or in transition? How much is it extra work to make sure the complacency doesn't, creep in?
You reference obviously being back at home, the 2 weeks in between, the few different factors there. But ultimately, it's about us. It's about, as I mentioned in the first couple of questions there, it's about our journey. It's about chasing down our potential, and yeah, being able to get up for the occasion with those 2 milestones I mentioned as well here tomorrow. So yeah, tons to play for.